He was just a boy who had nothing, no money, no privilege, not even proper shoes to wear to school. But behind his every step stood one person who refused to give up on him, his mother. What she did in silence, hidden from the world, would not only change his life but would come to define the very meaning of love and sacrifice. This is their story. Night falls on a tiny, weathered wooden house at the very edge of town, a place forgotten by the bustling world beyond. Inside, a single oil lamp flickers weakly, casting wan, dancing shadows on the walls. In this quiet gloom sits a young boy named Armin, maybe 10 years old. His eyes are fixed on his mother, who hunches over a sewing machine, her fingers moving with a practiced speed that belies her deep exhaustion. The rhythmic whir of the machine is the only sound, a constant hum against the gentle tapping of rain on their tin roof. Armin breaks the silence, his voice a soft whisper. "Mom, aren't you tired?" She doesn't look up from her work, a faint smile touching her lips. "Maybe a little, but when I see you dreaming, I forget all my pain." The sound of her sewing machine fills the small room once more, a lullaby of hard work and endless love. That night, as Armin drifts to sleep on his mat, he dreams of becoming someone important, someone who could finally give his mother the rest she so deserved. But dreams feel impossibly heavy when your stomach is empty, and reality is a harsh alarm clock. Morning light streams through the cracks in their roof, signaling the start of another difficult day. Armin gets ready for school, pulling on his patched-up clothes and slipping his feet into shoes so worn, the soles are barely there. As he walks down the school hallway, he feels a familiar sting of whispers following him like a shadow. "Look at his shoes. I bet he doesn't even have lunch money." He tries to force a smile, to act like the words don't pierce him, but they do. During lunch, while other kids laugh and cheer their food, Armin sits alone under a large tree, pretending to read a book, trying to ignore the hunger gnawing at him. When he returns home, his mother greets him with the same warm, unwavering smile. On the table sits a single bowl of rice. "Eat, my son," she says, her voice full of encouragement. "You need strength for your dreams." He never tells her about the teasing, about the loneliness, about the shame that burns in his chest. He just eats quietly, swallowing the rice along with the tears he refuses to let fall. The world outside laughed at his poverty, but they knew nothing of his mother's strength, the silent fortress that shielded his heart. Years pass, but poverty doesn't leave. It grows with them, a relentless shadow that seems to get longer and darker with each passing day. His mother works longer and longer hours, her hands becoming swollen and rough, her eyes perpetually red-rimmed from lack of sleep. One night, Armin wakes up thirsty and finds her slumped over the dining table, fast asleep, still clutching a needle and thread. Her fingers are stained with tiny specks of blood. A wave of sorrow and anger washes over him. He gently shakes her shoulder. Mom, wake up. Why do you do this to yourself?" She slowly opens her eyes, a tired but gentle smile appearing as she sees him. "Because I know," she whispers, her voice raspy with sleep, "that one day, you'll make something beautiful out of all this pain." That night, Armin doesn't go back to sleep. He sits beside her, holding her calloused hand in his, feeling the texture of her sacrifice. In the quiet darkness of their small house, He makes a solemn promise to himself. He will not let her pain be for nothing. He will rise. And so, a new chapter begins. We see Armin fueled by a burning determination. He studies late into the night under a flickering candle, his face illuminated by the tiny flame of his ambition. He takes on any odd job he can find, delivering newspapers before sunrise, tutoring younger kids after school, carrying heavy loads at the local market. Every time he feels the weight of exhaustion, every time he feels like quitting, he closes his eyes and pictures his mother's hands cracked, scarred, yet still creating, still providing, still loving. He starts applying for scholarships, pouring his heart and soul into every application. The rejection letters begin to pile up, each one a small but painful blow. But he refuses to be defeated. He tries again and again, until one morning, a different kind of letter arrives. It's thick, official looking. His mother takes it with trembling fingers. She carefully tears it open, her eyes scanning the page. Suddenly, she gasps, her hand flying to her mouth. Tears stream down her face, but for the first time in years, they are not tears of pain or exhaustion. They are tears of pure, unadulterated pride. "Congratulations," she reads aloud, her voice choked with emotion. "You've been accepted." Armin rushes to her, wrapping her in a tight hug. He feels her sob against his chest, a release of years of pent-up hopes and fears. "We did it, Mom," he whispers, his own eyes filling with tears. "We did it." Her sacrifices didn't just build his dreams, they had given them wings to fly. Years later, Armin stands tall on a university stage, a graduation gown draped over his shoulders, the first in his family to achieve such a milestone. He returns home to find his mother older, frailer, but her smile is as radiant as ever. One afternoon, while helping her tidy her small room, he comes across an old wooden box tucked away under her bed. Curious, he opens it. Inside, he finds stacks of folded notes and faded receipts, yellowed with age. He picks one up and carefully unfolds it. The spidery handwriting is his mother's. "Didn't eat today, saved the money for Armin's school shoes." He opens another. "No new dress this year, tuition is due next week." And another. "Worked late tonight, must pay for his exam fee." Note after note, receipt after receipt, each one a testament to a sacrifice he never knew she made. He reads about the meals she skipped, the medicine she went without, the endless nights she worked through pain, all so he could have a chance. Armin's eyes fill with tears as he clutches the brittle papers to his chest. The weight of her love, quantified in these small, forgotten scraps, is overwhelming. That night, he kneels by her bedside as she sleeps. "You gave up everything," he whispers, his voice breaking, "so I could have something." Time moves forward. Armin, now a renowned and successful architect, stands on a brightly lit stage, accepting a prestigious award. The air is filled with the sound of applause and the flash of cameras. He steps up to the microphone, a confident man who seems to have the world at his feet. "People often ask me what success means to me," he begins, his voice clear and steady. "Is it this award? Is it the buildings I design? No, for me, success is the memory of my mother's hands cracked, scarred, and yet they were the most beautiful things in the world. They were hands full of unconditional love. Because those hands built everything I have today." The final scene is quiet, peaceful. Armin stands before his mother's grave, a gentle smile on his face, tears glistening in his eyes. He places a bouquet of her favorite flowers on the stone. "We did it, Mom," he says softly. "You were right. Pink really can grow into something beautiful." As he turns to walk away, the wind rustles through the leaves, carrying with it a sound that feels like a soft whisper, a final message of love from beyond. "I'm proud of you, my son. Success isn't just built on luck or talent. It's built on love, on sacrifice, and on the incredible courage to keep going, even when it feels like the world is against you." And so often, behind every great dream that is finally fulfilled, there is a mother who silently, selflessly gave up her own. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Hanam Cartoon Channel for more inspiring content. We'll see you in the next one.